Are you ready? Okay.
Good morning, everyone. We are gathered today on this beautiful day for a little bit of a celebration, actually. It's a celebration of Arbor Day. It's a celebration of our environment. We have a lot of our community members here representing all different parts of government. I'm going to introduce in a bit. Behind me is the new COVID-19 Ossining garden, which we hope to keep using as a place for gathering and as a place for people in the community to come honor, respect, and have some space for loved ones lost in COVID-19. The sitting park is across from our school. We're hoping it will also become a part of the education in the future from the historical point of view, but also about the environment. This is a great combination of the environment in the middle of a pandemic. So it is quite windy, and so we're not using microphones. I hope that this can be heard. We're going to have a few people speaking, but mostly we came here for a couple of reasons. The village received its first destination as a tree city. We are a little jealous because the town, represented here by Donna, Levenberg, Supervisor, Councilwoman Feldman, that's it for town, right? They're already on their 21st year. It's not that we're competitive, but we're going to get there. So just putting it out there for those of you that are interested. We're going to be planting a beautiful oak tree. Arbor Day's been celebrated since the 1800s, and it is really a celebration of our environment. Trees are the first responders in our environment. Suzie will be speaking from Ossining. There are a number of people from environment here as well. Trees actually really help the environment in so many ways. That's also why part of our education system and why we celebrate this day, because they're natural filters to our environment and our ecosystem. The bottom line is, the more trees a community has, the better it is. And then we want to maintain their health so that they become part and parcel of the entire community. We are actually very proud to be part of the Tree City municipalities, and I am going to turn this over to Supervisor Levenberg because I realized I said I was going to introduce people. We've got Village Manager Cavigliatore. We've got my fellow trustee. Thanks for coming out so early in the morning for Dana White, Catherine Borgia. We have our superintendent here from our schools, Sanchez, Mitzi, Elkes, also from one of the environmental groups.
Donna, Sharrett.
Oh, hi. I recognize Sharrett. And sorry about that. Dana Levenberg, Supervisor, Recs and Parks, and I know it's not the right name, but it's my favorite way of calling your area, Superintendent. We have another one of our directors from DPW, Head Engineer, Chief Sylvester, always present to make sure everything is being done right. Thank you. Deputy, my new name for you is Deputy rather than Assistant Village Manager. We have Councilperson Feldman. Victoria, how are you? And we have Senator Elijah and Suzie Ross, which I mentioned from earlier in my speech. So, Dana?
Thank you so much. So thank you so much. The town is proud to partner with the village for today's Arbor Day ceremony. For the past 21 years, the town has been named a tree city, as the mayor pointed out, by the Arbor Day Foundation for our continued commitment to regularly planting trees in the town. Oak trees, like this one, being planted today, support over 500 different species of butterflies and moths and pollinators native to our area, making them one of the best choice for pollinators. So thank you, and I think Donna Sharrett, who is one of our town residents and tree advisor extraordinaire, picked this tree, and I know maybe she'll have a chance to talk a little bit more about it. There are many different varieties of oak trees, and many can live anywhere from 100 to 300 years, with a few living up to 1,000 years. So the tree we plant today, with proper care, will be here for generations. As our world reels from the devastating effects of COVID-19, small acts like planting a single tree take on more meaning. A mature leafy tree produces as much oxygen in a season as 10 people inhale in a year. It can drop nearly 10,000 acorns in a year, will bury and cause new trees to grow. This oak tree will be home to hundreds of thousands of insects, and it will provide shade during the heat of the summer for those who come here to remember loved ones lost. This planting joins the long list of environmentally conscious legislation and actions taken by the town with my councilwoman over the past several years, including multiple tree inventories conducted, a tree bank fund established, partnerships with master gardeners like Donna and local experts to clear invasive species from our parks and replace them with pollinator-friendly plants and more, and also from our EAC, Mitzi, Elkes, all of their good help and advice, and I know she's been out there too pulling those invasives. This weekend you can help in lots of our parks with I Love My Park Day, as well as the Riverkeeper Sweep to do more of that. We also recently signed beekeeping legislation into law, thanks to the good example from the village, and we have past Mayor Garrity here who was instrumental in getting that going in the village and providing policies and guidance for residents to care for pollinators. Each action, even if seemingly small, is part of a growing effort to protect this planet we call home. I was inspired yesterday by an art show of work by local artist Rochelle Udell, who had herself been inspired by the poet Pablo Neruda, who took time to write odes to many everyday things like a tomato, a chair, clothing. I was sure I had seen Ode to a Tree among the many poems there, but alas, my eyes deceived me. Nevertheless, in the tradition of past town supervisor, the late Honorable John Trevocas, who was a copywriter and loved to write poems for this particular occasion, I found a poem about the forest, which really tells the story of trees, I think, and all they have to offer. It's by Belinda Stotler and was published in August 2019, so bear with me. I'm going to pull a John Trevocas, and I'm not reading it in Spanish, which would be a Villan hour, but I wish I could. Leaves fluttering on a gentle breeze within the forest of whispering trees make sunlight gracefully dance there, upon the ground and everywhere. Dappling streams with sparkling light, catching the colors of birds in flight, giving flowers a lovely surreal glow, rousing our spirits with nature's show. Nightfall gives the forest a mysterious allure as trees become shadows of what they were. Soon a chorus arises deep in forest thickets from the croaking frogs and chirping crickets, blending in the whippoorwill's lonely calls with the owl's echoing pleas in forest halls, as fireflies scatter light upon a dark palette, all beneath the mystic forest's starlit coverlet. Nature's melodic sounds are sure to enthrall as life's songs peal within a forest cathedral. Nature adds the wind's timbre with the breeze, or the rain's resonating rhythm through leaves, merging with rippling sounds of forest streams, all serenading restless minds into daydreams that comforts those who seek refuge there, if only they'll listen while in the forest's care. Thoughts become gentle among natural sights while our spirits entwine with forest's delights, enticing us to hear life's natural gifts of mirth, inviting us to see the wondrous beauty of earth. As nature stirs feelings some cannot determine, yet the subtle answers lie in a forest's sermon, urging us to listen to instincts we once knew, to walk lightly on earth as other creatures do. I would now like to introduce Senator Reichlin-Melnick, and I'm sure he has some wonderful things to say as well. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Supervisor. It's great to be here, and Mayor Levin, thank you so much for the invitation. I'm Senator Elijah Reichlin-Melnick, and this is, we've got this here now. And I was here a few weeks back when we dedicated it. It was a little colder then, although also pretty windy. And now I see this amazing progress that's happened. It looks like we've had amazing work from the DPW, building this memorial, bringing it into a place where the community will be able to gather and celebrate and remember the lives that have been lost as a result of COVID. And it's appropriate on Arbor Day because, as Supervisor Levenberg said, this oak tree that's being planted could last for centuries if it's properly cared for. And so what we're doing here today is going to long outlast us. I'm a big tree hugger, a proud tree hugger, and so when they said this was an Arbor Day celebration, it was my pleasure, rearranged my schedule, wanted to have an opportunity to be here. I thought we'd have to dig it out ourselves, that's why I came in jeans and ready to go, ready to work. But this is a beautiful park already, and to add to that beauty with another tree, and not just any tree, but one that has such a special and symbolic value for everybody here in Ossining, is going to be really a wonderful thing to see. I'm looking forward to being part of this groundbreaking and to celebrate the rebirth after COVID. Trees bloom every year, they send their leaves out every year. We look around us at these wonderful trees in the park now, they're spring green, and every year going forward, long after all of us are alive, this tree will be here in that spring green, reminding people of the rebirth as we celebrate and as we recognize those people that we've lost. So thank you for the invitation, thank you for Green Ossining, for the village, and everybody that's working to bring this park to fruition, bring this wonderful sitting location and this memorial to fruition. Thank you so much, and it's my honor to introduce Legislator Borgia.
Senator. So, John Trevokis, the former town supervisor, always gave this advice, which is if you are the last speaker, be pithy. So I am going to be extremely, extremely pithy and say that this is a very appropriate place to plant a tree, because even though the pandemic was a terrible worldwide tragedy, one of the things I think we realized in this year plus is how connected we are to the earth, how much parks mean to us. In Westchester County, our parks usage increased about 40 to 50% during the months of the pandemic, and we've invested a lot more in all of our parks, including planting many more trees. So I am going to just end with two quotes. One is one that I'm sure we're all familiar with, which is the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today, so that's what we're doing. And then to quote Audrey Hepburn, who is not only a distinguished actress but also a fine humanitarian, she said, to plant a garden, to plant a tree is to believe in tomorrow. So that's what we're doing right now, sitting here planting tomorrow. And I think it's time for us to plant.
We're going to have Suzie.
Sorry, Suzie Ross,
You're
Green
second.
Ossining. Just remember what John said.
So thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for the opportunity to be here today. And as we know, trees provide important health and welfare benefits to our community. Green Ossining has been very focused on carbon reductions, and for most people, they're not aware of how much carbon sequestration happens with trees. Today is we're celebrating Arbor Day, and this is the beginning of an incredible program that we have going here, because we have the opportunity now to teach people about the value of trees with more programming that bolsters people's knowledge about it. So I do want to actually give a shout out to the town, to Victoria Cafarelli at the town's office, and Maddie Zahaz from the village office, who actually were very instrumental in putting this program together. And I'm very grateful. They do the pushing. Jamie does amazing work as well, and I'm very excited about it. So thank you. And again, if anyone has not signed up for their grid rewards, please do that. Carbon sequestration right at your fingertips. Thank you.
Thank you, Suzie. We're going to go plant. Oh, we need those? Great.
Like love, that's not love.
I want to look professional.
Go get a selfie. I brought you
Hey,
first.
everybody. I've seen the crime statistics in Ossining, so I'm not too scared. It's a learning process.
Hey everybody, can I have everybody give me a wave goodbye?
Done?